YouTube, hello! Luck here and welcome back to the channel. CloverPit just got a huge update today that includes a new hard mode. Along with that, they did a whole bunch of balancing and changing of a few different charms, and I'll go over everything in a minute, but I'm just so excited to get in here and I want to see all the changes. Before we start, if you enjoy my content, hype the video, like it if you like it, and if you're not subscribed, please do so. Also, if you'd like to join us in a lovely chat over on Twitch, you'll find the link in the description. Alright, let's get in it. Also, I did find out that there was a few different mods that you could download from the Thunderstore, so I did go ahead and install a few of them, and I'll go over those as well. But let's do this. Alright, so starting off with the hard mode update. So the hard mode, whenever you win with a card one time, you get access to the hard mode. And the hard mode, basically what it is, just go ahead and ignore all of these because I will be putting out videos for each one of these that I got holographic already. And all those videos are done before this update, obviously. But what hard mode does is it allows you to go directly from one win and get a holographic card on the next win if you win on hard mode. So that way you don't have to get all these cards to level 2, or I guess get 3 wins on them to get them to holographic. You just have to do a single win and then do another win on hard mode. So only 2 wins for a rainbow holographic now. You know what? We're going to try out the Heartbreak. So from the 3rd deadline onward, the last round of every deadline has at least one 666 guaranteed to show up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick hard mode 2x. So in hard mode, it's pretty much like you have a Delusions of Grandeur, which is 2 times bigger for every deadline. But not only do you have that, but you also have the card that you have active with the hard mode. So it's kind of like 2 abilities, like 2 augments for each card if you choose hard mode. But anyways, let's go over some of this stuff here. All right, so a couple of Thunderstorm mods. I have the 666 poster, which it shows you the actual percentage for 666. I knew that it couldn't have been 1.5%. So I'm interested to see what that is. I also have an auto interest mod installed, which automatically collects the interest. I also have a readable numbers mod installed. So the numbers for the exponents are going to be converted into actual numbers. So that means we won't have any more scientific notation. And then I have another mod installed that is a mod for delusional players. It's called the delusional mod. I don't know what that is, but I'm interested to find out. And I'm pretty sure that's all the mods that I have installed. Another thing, you can see that in the top left corner, there is a modded Clover API up here. So they actually added that into the base game. So you can see whenever somebody has a modded version, whether it be a speed mod or mods from Thunderstore, you'll be able to tell. As well as having this little cog down here in the bottom. Let's go over some of the charm changes. First up, we have the weird clock. Everybody's favorite, the weird clock. So how this used to work before is you would trigger it 4 times, or I guess 2 times, but it would trigger 4 times with the nuke. And that would give you an extra time to trigger before it discarded itself, so you would be able to discard it to get into the Verago, and then it would actually reset the amount of times that you could trigger it once you discarded the Verago and got it back. So the change that it made for this one is now this only resets after every deadline. So once you use the 5 times, you can't get it back. If you discard it, then you won't be able to get it back, and it doesn't reset if you discard it from the Verago back onto your table either. All right, the next big one that we've got is the cigarettes. Okay, so when you used to buy these, it would be a 100% chance of restocking with the cigarettes together, but now you buy them and there's only an 80% chance of restocking with the cigarettes in the stores. So that prevents a whole bunch of infinity runs, I guess you could call them, which is a pretty good change, and I kind of expected something like this to happen. The next one we have is the CloverPot. So the way that the CloverPot used to work is it would give you a percentage of the Clover tickets that you had at the end of each deadline. Now it only gives you a little bit. So earn 1 ticket for every X ticket you own, where X is the current deadline. So now it gives tickets based off of the current deadline instead of the current amount of tickets that you have. We do have another one here, the Hourglass. So the way that this used to work before is it would give you tickets based on the deadline. So it would start off with 3 tickets and then you would use it. It would go down to 2 for the next deadline, and then you would clear the deadline again and go down to 1, and then it would be empty. The updated Hourglass, it rotates between symbols and patterns multiplier, and this bonus rises by 1 at the end of each deadline, alternating between the 2 multipliers. But now it also has the additional, I guess, thing just like a Nuke would have or the Megaphone would have, where it takes 2 charm spaces. So I don't think this is actually going to be that good, but it could potentially be good for early on in the runs. All right, next up we have the fruit basket. So before, it only activated for 7 rounds, and they upped it to now activating for 10 rounds before it can discard. Next up, so they rebalanced all of these. So all of the symbols to have token modifier charms are all different now. Lemons and cherries one is still 20%, the clover symbol one and the bell one to 15% chance. The diamond and the treasure one are now 10%, and I don't know if this is a typo, but the one for the 7s to have token modifier is now plus exclamation point 0% chance. So I'm not really sure what that one means. The next one that got, I guess, reworked is the calendar. So the calendar used to give you, it would raise all of the symbols by their base value by the amount of rounds that you skipped in the previous deadline. And now the rework, whenever you end a deadline, the calendar increases the symbol multiplier by 1 for every round you skipped in that deadline, plus 1. So I guess if you skip 2 rounds, it would go up by 3 for the symbol multiplier. And I don't think this is permanent. I think it only lasts while you have the calendar in on your table. So next up, we do have the ring bell. So before, how it would work is every time you triggered the ring bell by the button, it would raise the value of the symbols by their base value. But now, every time you trigger the red button for the bell, it raises the symbol multiplier plus 1 permanently. And this could be really good early on as well. Next up, they did change the naughty dealer. 5% chance for the token modifier to be applied to any symbol. Raises it by 1% every time you trigger 7+ patterns during a spin. And beforehand, I think this was every time you skipped a round in a deadline, it would raise, I think. I could be wrong about that, but I'm not sure. I didn't really use this one that often. So I think that's it for all the charms that they changed and like kind of rebalanced. So a couple other things they changed is the patterns multiplier is now capped at E308. So if you've seen my previous videos where I did like the long quote infinity runs, the second attempt that I did, we stacked the above and below all the way past E308, which made them bug out and disappear from the board. So every time we hit a above and below pattern, it would just crash the game because it wouldn't be able to compute the proper values. So now all the values are, I guess, capped for the patterns at E308. So something else they added, so now the deadlines grow more exponentially after the 15th deadline. They also added a percentage of the game completion here, which I guess if you get 100% game completion, you get a golden toilet. So that's something that you can kind of keep track of now. But let's go ahead and get into this run. So I do have all of these prepped now, which kind of beats the purpose of prepping now that they have added the hard mode and you can just go from 1 to 2 and get the prismatic, but that's fine. So we're starting off with this card today. Let's go ahead and do some of this testing. Oh, here it is. So I've cleared 20 out of 20 cards, which means I've gotten a single win on at least all 20 cards. And the holographic cards, I have 8 out of 20. All right, so we're starting on hard mode with the Heartbreak card. From the 3rd deadline onward, the last round of every deadline has at least 1 666 guaranteed to show up. Okay, do I still have my speed up mod? Does not look like the speed up mod is active. Let's see, they do have up to 4 still transition speed on here. Interesting. I wonder if it's because I do have the modded version. I really just had them active so I could see what they were and for this 666 tracker. All right, so we will go ahead and end this here. Just hold R for reset. And let me go ahead and run the app normally from the Steam. All right, there's my speed mod in the bottom left corner. You could see right there. So let's go ahead and try that again. We will do the Heartbreak one on hard mode. This is a good update because I really was needing more challenge. So I think this is just the amount of challenge that I needed to happen. The Hamza would be good if we were doing the fixation card, which only 1 spin but have 7 rounds. But since we're not doing that, it's not going to be a good idea to get that. Ooh, these are really good. Okay, now we have the ancient coin along with the disc B, so we can kind of link those up together. Pretty sure I chose the hard mode, right? Yeah, the hard mode is active. 150. Oh, the deadline. Okay. I know what happened now. So the deadline is normally 75, so it is double the deadline. I wonder why it was 300 at the start of the last one. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in here. Maybe it was one of the mods that was on the Thunderstore app that was kind of linking that. It might have been the delusional mod, which is kind of funny because the description for the delusional mod, a mod for players that are truly delusional. So maybe that's having to do with the delusions of grandeur, which if it was, that would be pretty funny to have that on as well as hard mode, which pretty much makes every deadline 4 times the amount. Okay, so that's on 5, 4, 3, 2, and now it's on 2. Now we can press the button, and the last spin, we should be getting 14 out of 15 luck for a jackpot here. It was almost a jackpot, except for this 1-7 here. Okay, pretty good start. Do still need to roll for the skull. I'd love to get the Raging Capitalist, but I just don't think that's gonna be possible. Unless, let's try something crazy here. Something absolutely insane. So 150. Keep in mind that this number is going to go up whenever we get all of the skull pieces. We have 1 ticket for the Raging Cap. We need 3 tickets. Let's do this here. This is going to throw off all of this. Unless we don't trigger it here. Which I don't know why you would. Because that's for... Maybe not. So that'll be 3, and then we spin again, that's 2, and then that's prepped for the next... Yeah, so that should be on 2 spins needed for the disc to trigger on the next... At the start of the next round. Yeah, okay. So we have 15 coins. We need about 39, which we're close to it already. Go ahead and pick this guy up. Hopefully we can get this one to give us a little bit more tickets. Put that in there for a little bit more interest. Only 1 coin, but that's fine. Okay, so we trigger this. And then it should be a close jackpot on the next one. Yeah, it was. Okay, nice. Still no tickets, though. Not a single ticket, huh? We did get 75, though, so I think we should be good. Pick all these up. And there's the skull. Okay, nice. I think so. Yeah, we are. Nice. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we do have all the skull pieces, which is going to be amazing, because now we get all these drawers filled up with free charms. Honestly, this is a pretty good start. Not only did we get the Ancient Coin and the Disc B, but we also have the Ticketmaster. Or I guess the Raging Capitalist. Oh, okay. I think this was the one that I was thinking about for the skipped rounds. We have lemons. We could do a lemon build. Let's go ahead and pick up the Greedy King, because that's just free. I can't believe that we got this in a drawer. Holy shit, the evil deal. If we throw this away, that would be 25 extra tickets, but it's just too good to throw away. I think we just keep it, because that is now double to our multipliers. A D6 and a fortune teller. Okay. I will take this, though. Don't think I need any of these. We might just do a lemon build. See here. We can't really do anything. Do we want any of these? No, not really. So we can go ahead and keep the D6. This is a free restock at the end of every round. Fine, I guess. Kinda sucks that we won't be able to link it up with the Ancient Coin, but I think we just go ahead and trigger this right now. Okay. At least we're getting a little bit of support here from the fortune teller. I do have a little bit of a raspy voice today, so I apologize for that. Do we want to do a lemons build or not? That's what we need to figure out. You know what? I haven't really done a lemons build, so why not? Let's test it out. Let's do lemons manifest more often permanently +1. The free restocks are pretty decent, but they're only costing 7. But if we get that, then it does raise the capitalist, so might as well. Now the capitalist has 5% chance. Let's put some of these coins away in here. All right. So now we can link these up. So whenever this says 2, we will press the button. Okay, not very lucky right now. So we press it here, and then we go here, and that should be okay. Pretty decent. We got a couple tickets there, I think. Okay. Okay, we have an electrician and we have a Midas touch. We might actually be able to get both of those. Sacrifice this. We're not really getting any use out of the Greedy King, so I will pick this up as well as this, and we could also, maybe not that, but we do already have enough coins to make it to the next deadline, so let's go ahead and put these in. And we'll do this final spin here. Let's see, what are we on? 6. So, I mean, we do want to hit this button pretty early because we do have the Midas now, so we'll go ahead and trigger it right now. That means we won't be linking up with the disc B and the coin, which is okay. We still get some value out of it. Honestly, we could probably just get rid of the disc B. We get a nuke button. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this one. And then we definitely pick up the nuke. Yes, yes, dude. Okay, nice. Let's go on to the next round here. Or the next deadline. Okay, we got some more charms in here. The CloverPit is really good to get. Also, the bell. Anything on here that we don't really want? We don't really want this. And this is, it's alright. Not the best. Let's go ahead and put this in here. We can take the bell out. And since we don't have anything on, or any charges on the Midas, we can put that in the drawer, swap it out for the CloverPit. Right, we have the red phone calls, which we don't want to take because we're going for an Ascension run. Let's go ahead and do some restocking here. We do have a fruit basket, so if we're gonna stick with the lemons, that would be okay to get. Also, the clicker is pretty good. I still don't like taking briefcases, but I mean, I guess if we have to, we can. But for now, I think we're pretty good. Let's go ahead and get the nuke back out. Okay. All right, let's put some of these coins in here to get a little bit of better interest. Nice, there we go. Okay, so this should increase by 2 because we have the nuke right here. So it should be from 2 to 4, but considering we also have the evil deal, which doubles the symbol's multiplier, it should go from 2 straight up to 8. So let's see what happens. Okay, it only went up to 3 or 6. Oh, because it was 1 naturally without this. So without the evil deal, it goes up to 3, and 3 times 2 with the evil deal makes it 6. Okay, we also have 2 coins active down here. Okay, nice, nice. That's 2 extra, and we get some of these. 2 extra spins. Okay, no batteries there. This would actually be a really good time to have the true 666 percentage up here from that mod, but we don't. So now this is originally at 3, so it'll be at 5, which means this number should go up to 10. Nice, okay. So the bell is actually really good for early game. We have 6 tickets now. Okay. So I think now we put the... Maybe we just put the CloverPit in here for now because it doesn't really do anything because we don't have that many tickets. I think I'm more prone to get the fruit basket here because that is a guaranteed extra trigger instead of this having a 15% chance to have a retrigger on it. So let's go ahead and pick this one up. Let's use a reroll here. We do get the golden lemon, okay? But I cannot use it unless I get this one out, and now I can. So we can put this in here. Take the golden lemon. Discard, discard. I need to reroll here, potentially for something like the cardboard box, maybe? Or the property certificate. We do have a one-trick pony, which is pretty good. Okay, we do have 2 rounds left, so I think I'll keep this in here and probably switch out the bell for it next time. Let's put the bell in the drawer so we can get the nuke out, or the coin here. All right, let's get back in here. Boom. I don't know what just triggered. I think it was the fruit basket at the start before we rolled anything. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of diamonds, considering it's only a 10% chance, but I guess we don't really have any pictures yet, so not too shabby. Not seeing any batteries. Okay. So this is kind of useless, but that's completely fine. We can do a respin here. We do get the cat food, which is actually pretty decent. Not what we're looking for. We do have a picture book here, okay. I'm gonna stick with the lemons. I think it's okay for this build. And now we don't have any space for anything else unless we roll a property certificate here. One more. Nope, we don't get it. All right, that's fine. So considering we only have one round left, let's go ahead and put this in a drawer. We don't have any space. That's not great. Let's get rid of the bell. We'll put this in the drawer, and then we will get the nuke back out. So now we can get 2 extra spins and also make use of the one trick pony. Okay, let's get back in here. That's 2. Okay, we got a couple of tickets there. Couple more tickets, nice. Oh shit. Oh, okay, nice. That was a crazy good jackpot horse. Holy. And it completely saved us from the 666 there. What the hell? That was actually crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in the drawer. We will get this out, as well as this one now. I think I might just get rid of this one because we're not really going to have that many chances to recharge. So it's not really going to make that much of a difference. We did not end on a 666. I don't think it counted because of the horse. So let's go ahead and pick up the phone, put it down, and get another one here. Okay, so that's 1 mark off of the floppy disk. Okay, we do have the extra charm space in here. What do we get in here? Earn 1 ticket for every X you own, where X is the current deadline. Since we're on deadline number 4, we would gain 1 ticket for every 4 that we own. And then the next one would be 1 ticket for every 5 that we own, and so on. So I guess this is actually pretty good early on. The hourglass. I'm going to have to do some thinking about this one, but for now I don't think we're going to use it. So we'll just get rid of it. And we do have the car here, which is not something we're going to use either. We could pick up the possessed cell phone. We don't really need it because the last deadline, we already see a guaranteed 666. So as long as we don't have a jackpot horse that changes the 666 on the last round, or a Bible or the rosary, we should be good to get another red phone call. But for now, I don't think I want any of these. These are also not great. We do have another one trick pony. I guess we could pick it up just in case. And we can roll here for a chance to get something good. We could pick up an Ankh, which would give us 2 extra rounds if we don't make the deadline. But I think we're going to be okay making the deadline. Okay, can I get lucky enough to get a property certificate here? I will take the free re-rolls here. The Abyssu is really good. Just in case we get a cardboard box here. We don't, but we do actually have a car battery. I need to get rid of something. I think I'll just go ahead and get rid of the CloverPit here. That way we can put this in the drawer. We can take this one. You know what? Let's save this one for the next round. Nuke button here. And we can do 2 spins here. Get 2 picture triggers. Okay. Well, I still don't think that it's a stagnant 3% chance, especially when we're seeing so many of them pop up. But damn, that is a lot of tickets that we're getting. Like, look at this. There's no way we should be seeing that many 666s on a 3% chance. Already up to 250k, which I think is what we need for the box. But considering we're on hard mode, maybe we actually need 500k for the box to open. Okay, let's pick up the car battery here. Wheelbarrow is pretty good, but the capitalist is already pretty much at 20% anyways, so we won't be taking that. A cardboard box, there it is. Nice. Okay, let me go ahead and get the Abyssu. Perfect. Okay, so we take this. And now we get 2 extra spaces. Nice. You can equip this and the pony. A Verago is interesting here, which I wonder if this resets to 10, which we can actually test that now. So that goes in the Verago. The Verago goes in the drawer. Now we can get one more. Midas Touch is actually a pretty good thing to have. Okay. So it was on 7. The Verago, it puts back on our table. It does reset. Okay, so they only made that to where it doesn't reset the clock. Now to get extra rounds, I think you can only get extra rounds by farming the music tapes, which is going to be really difficult to farm now, considering that the cigarettes only have a 80% chance of restocking with themselves. Okay, so we have a pretty decent setup on our table right here. Let's go ahead and get in here. Okay, that's back down to 9. All right, nice. So now we have 4 lemon pictures, 2 Midas, and also 2 coins. 61% for lemons now. Okay. Nice. That is a lot of tickets that we're getting now. Not great to have those, but we are making a crazy amount of money because of the multiplier now. That's even more tickets, which raises our multiplier even more. Okay. Nice. A lemon jackpot. That's exactly what we want. Okay. All right. Nice. We're on deadline number 4, but I do think I will stop once we get the key again. Could actually reroll for something here, or we could just take the 666 and then go on to the next one, which I honestly am thinking about doing. I'm gonna go ahead and skip past this. Let's roll for, because we have a decent amount of tickets now. We could do obsessive, but I do want to get lemons manifest more often. Okay, there we go. Nice. Go ahead and make use of that. All right, let's get in here. So now we are guaranteed to see a 666, which is right there. Okay. Nice and early. Something that is probably the best case scenario. The best case scenario right there. Okay. All right. Well, that's another 666. I guess it didn't say it was limited to only one 666. Makes sense. We got nothing in the drawer, so we can get new charms there. Let's see. We have this. Don't really want that. 7's picture is not good. Don't want the Bible. The collector, don't want that one either. We do have a car battery. Another red phone, so let's not take that one. Do we get anything that we want? We do still need the property certificate, which I might just re-roll for it here, considering we do have a huge amount of money and the weird clock. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and do the weird clock because I do want to test it out and see how it actually changed. So we'll put this in the drawer. Don't honestly think I want to keep the Midas. Let's pick up the clock. The vine soup would actually be really good too, because that doubles the patterns. Wait, it doubles the value of all symbols until the end of the round. But if we take that, we won't be able to make use of everything that we have on the table here. So we'll skip past it. I do still want to get the property certificate. Let me go ahead and see if I can get lucky enough to roll for it here. I mean, we have 25 mils, so the very big mushroom still works as how it's intended to. I will take 3 free rerolls. We do need the number 1 here. Barathrum is also good. Let me make sure I don't discard that. Let's pick up the Barathrum and set up for potentially getting a Megaphone here. Okay, it's at 28k, not great. The abstract painting is actually phenomenal here. Maybe we don't even get lucky enough to see it because, damn, this number's going up. That's honestly not great to see. But like I said, we do have a decent amount of money. I don't want to spend all of it right here, though. That's good to see. That's 3 free rerolls. We don't get it. We do get another one of these. Put this in the drawer. We'll take the Verago. And then we'll go ahead and reset this in the Verago. Get this out. Put that in the drawer. Now we have an extra charm space. I really, really would like to see the property certificate, hopefully before it hits a mil. Unfortunate, but we do get a battery. That's fine. Which means we can actually keep that battery for the clock. Ah, man, I want to get the number 1 here as well. Honestly, maybe I don't even really need the ancient coin. Let's discard the ancient coin. I think we'll be fine without it. And get the nuke back out. We can discard this as well. And get a fresh fruit basket. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and get in here. Do some spins. Okay, so that's 2 rounds that we gained right there. Even more tickets that we're getting. Okay, that was 8 mil from that one. We haven't gotten a single trigger from the painting yet, which is expected because we don't have that many pictures stacked up. Okay, we have 47 mil. Let's take the battery. Maybe do a couple of respins. Hopefully we get lucky. We do have cigarettes here. Okay, let's see how many we can actually take with the cigarettes before they stop showing up. And I guess we could take an Abyssu here and put the cigarettes in there, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, okay. So it does have a 20% chance to actually not refresh the store. So that is how it works. Interesting way to do that, I guess. A music tape. Okay. That's 5 rounds. We do have an ancient coin here. Nope. Okay, let's get back in here. We spent a lot of money there. Rerolls are now up to 3 mil or 4 mil. Okay, so now that's 2 extra rounds. Jesus, we are stacking rounds. So the next time we trigger this, it will not show up until we end this deadline. Or if we discard it, which probably is going to be what's going to happen because I don't think we are going to be rolling for any more charms. So we'll just go ahead and stock up some of these tickets here. I mean, we do have 67 mil, so we can actually, let's discard the clock here. So now it's not going to show up until we end the deadline and go on to the next one. Put this here. Let's take the coin. Abstract painting probably has to stay. I think we can actually afford to get rid of the golden lemon now. And that way we can get the nuclear button back out. Let's do 1 reroll. We don't get it. The ace of hearts is pretty good. When 3+ patterns trigger during a spin, raise all fruits by their value permanently. And it has an obsessive trait. Honestly, maybe we put the jar away because we don't have anything to trigger with that. Let's get this out. We'll keep it in the drawer though. So now we'll be getting at least some value increase without having the golden lemon here. Get back in here. Okay, that's going to be 702. It's very, very minimal. Might actually be better to get like the vine soup here. Although we are getting a huge amount of money. Mega millions here. 337 million. Damn. I think something that I actually would want here would probably be the wallet. I mean, we do have a lot of money, so we can actually afford to do some of these rerolls now. I wonder if they did actually saw 24 mil for a reroll. Okay, no. We need to just go with what we have here until we finish all these rounds. So that's exactly what we'll do. We could be having the jar out here to get some extra charges for the end of each round, but I mean, that's fine. We don't really need it, honestly. We're already making so much money. Honestly, don't even need this one either. You know what? Let me go ahead and get rid of this and then bring the jar back out. That's fine. Changing up how I feel about this run every second. Okay. That's 2 more. And we get a jackpot with lemons right off the bat. 37 million for that jackpot. And honestly, to get the sacred phone calls, you want to get these 666s out of the way super early on in the deadlines, while they only take away everything you've earned in the round and not everything you have total. How are we seeing this so much? We're not on the last round, and it's a 3% chance. Kinda crazy. Let's just keep going. Let's push the button here again for 2 more lemon pictures. Raise the probability of seeing lemons even more. Okay. Honestly, I thought hard mode would be a little bit more difficult, but I guess for a top tier player like myself, it's not really that hard. A little bit of a subtle brag right there. 2 rounds left. Let's go ahead and get them out of the way here. And then on the next round, we should be seeing another 666, which should be another red phone call and a second mark on the 666 floppy disk here. Well, there's a 666. We could honestly leave right now, but oh man, that actually that sucked that we got it at the very end. I do want to do another. I want to do this last round because I want to get 1 more charge on the picture and also another charge on the jar here. Hopefully we get the 666 early on and not at the end. Even though it doesn't really matter if we get it at the end at this point, because we already have enough to well over clear the deadlines. Okay, not looking pretty good. The 666 is coming. There it is. Damn it. Okay. That's fine. I mean, we have 3.3 bills, so not really an issue for us, to be honest. Let's go on to the next deadline. Okay, now we have the ability to get another clock here. We got a second mark on our floppy disk. Use 2 free rerolls here. We get nothing. Rerolls are back down to 1,000, which is super good. We do still need the property certificate. Let's see what we have in here. The Paraidola. They also did make it to where the patterns are permanent now. So they're not, I think they're not stacked on the charm itself, but they actually stay on the board. But we will not be seeing that today. This is not great either, and this is the Barathrum. A red phone call. Yep. Can we get the property certificate here? We do have another Verago, which I will go ahead and pick up. Not looking good. We do have the lost wallet, which is actually really good. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's pick up the lost wallet. Please, property certificate, where are you? That's gotta be it. I just rolled past some cigarettes. That's fine, though. 160, 200 mil. There it is. Oh my god. That took forever to get to pop up. Okay, we do have a red phone call, so the Barathrum is not needed. Do a little bit of re-rolling here. Hopefully we get something decent. This is okay. 500k. Oh god. 500 mil. I did not realize it was going to be that high. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Take the nuke out. Get the basket back on the table. We still have a huge amount of money, and now we also have the multiplier with the lost wallet, as well as the CloverPit and the evil deal. Let's do this. Boom. What the hell? Okay, well. Interesting. Interesting rebalance here. Already back up to 3 bill. But that can be gone in an instant if we get an unlucky roll with the 666. Don't do it. Nice. Okay. Back up to 51 bill. I'm just gonna go ahead and play these rounds out here. I'm not gonna do any re-rolling because I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Plus, I do want to save some money for the deadlines to see just how far I can get. And we won't be rolling any more past the point that the box opens. Let's see. 666 nice and early, please. Well. Nice. Okay, that's... Well, back to back. What the fuck? You cannot tell me that I just rolled 3 666s back to back to back with a 3% chance. There is absolutely no way that is a 3% chance. What the fuck? I'm gonna need to have that 666% actual poster right here sometime, because that was bullshit. Alright, let's go to the next deadline. This should be the 3rd cross. Okay, there's a 3rd strike on the 666 floppy disk, and this should be a white phone. There it is. Okay, okay. So here we would want to probably get a Megaphone. This is not good for us. This is also not good for us. This is okay if we didn't have the Capitalist. Go ahead and get the Nuke in the drawer. We can honestly get rid of this one and trade it out for something else here. Hopefully we get a Megaphone. You know what? I'm going to put this up to 30 mil for a reroll. And then if we don't get it by then, I'm just going to go on without it. We got another car battery. Well, I lied. Oh, the Megaphone. Holy shit, that's so fucking lucky. Okay, nice. Okay, okay. We want to get this one. So let's just go ahead and take this one because this is actually something we desperately need to pick up for the 999 run. Okay, we can activate it again. Now we'll have a guaranteed lemon picture for every single time. This is also one. Did I need to have that on the thing, on the table for it to activate for it? All equipped lucky charms triggered by the red button. Take 1 less charm. Oh man, I think I needed to have that on the table. Well, I kind of fucked up with that one. That's fine. It's a good thing we're not planning to go very far with this one. Go ahead and get this deadline up. Okay. What's in here? The Megaphone. Let's do this. And then the number 1, which it doesn't work with this one either. Maybe it'll change whenever we do a round here. Let's see. Nope. Okay, well then. That's good to know. Also, we would need to swap out some of these for some of the 666 charms, but we also don't have the 4 charm spaces from the regular phone yet. And we're already up to E12. Okay. So it's actually good that we tested this out. So whenever you take all equipped lucky charms triggered by the red button, take 1 less charge. You want to make sure that you have everything with charges that you want to get down to 1 charge on the table when you take that. I'm not, as I said before, I'm not really planning on doing a high value run right now. I'm just testing out the hard mode. Okay, we'll go ahead and get these spins over with. We'll go on to the next deadline, and I think that should unlock the box as well. Okay. Go ahead and speed through some of these. Nice. Another thing I'm just now realizing is now that we end with a 666, we're always going to get a white phone unless we end with one round left and don't see a 666 before. Something we don't need is the ancient coin. We can throw that away. Let's go on to the next round here. And we can easily take the button, or go on to the next round here as well. But then we wouldn't get this one, and I kind of want to get that one with a Barathrum if possible. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. Let's go ahead and take this, and then we will pick this one here. Okay, put that back in the drawer. Don't want this one. Don't want the shoe. We can take the nuke out. Let's press no so we get the full amount for the spins here, because I do still want to see if I can make it to deadline 15 on hard mode. So let's press this. 2 more 666s, which don't do anything because we don't have any of the 666 charms. So honestly, that doesn't really matter to have right now, because we're not really getting any use out of it whatsoever. But at least whenever we roll a 666 now, we won't lose our coins. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to 10x while we're just speeding through these spins right here. Okay. Go ahead and speed through it even faster. Alright, this should be the last spin. Or the last round, I mean. Triple six on the last one. We earn everything we've earned up to that point on that round. Nice, nice. Okay. Alright, so now we don't do any more spins, and let's see how far we can get with 4.5 E12. I think we should make it pretty far, honestly. I do... Honestly, that's probably not a good thing that I took that because I just halved our coins. Oh well. Alright, keep in mind we are on hard mode, so this is double the amount for each deadline. So normally deadline 10 would be 7.5 mil. I don't want any more cards, honestly. We can just skip all these. Okay, deadline 11. We should easily make it to deadline 15. Okay, we went from 360 mil to 34 bill. That's kind of a huge increase. That was a massive jump, honestly. We didn't even make it to deadline 13. So the debt really does start to jump up like extreme amounts, which now we know, but I'm glad I got to test that out. And at the beginning we did only have one win, so considering we won on hard mode now, we should load back in, and that should be a prismatic win, or I guess a prismatic transition. It'd be really fun if they added to this part where you could hold shift and kind of like move faster. So we were on Ascension 8, and now we get to go to Ascension number 9. Alright, let's get back in here. New run. So it was the Heartbreak one, which is this one right here, which now has 2 wins on it. Alright, now we have a prismatic form with 2 wins. Wow. That actually looks pretty cool. I kind of wish I could reset these down to 1 win. But, you know, it is what it is. But I will be doing all the rest of these prismatic form with hard mode, so all these will have 4 wins. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This update was a pretty big update, and I'm really happy they added a hard mode into it because now that actually gives me a more difficult challenge. So let me know what you guys think about this update. Do you like all the rebalancing that they did with the charms? And are you going to be able to complete any of these cards with the hard mode active? Or do you not like the hard mode? Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to sub. And here's some other videos you might like too. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.